Robert Sane, and I am standing here in the outdoor worship center of my home church, Trinity Lutheran Church in Vail, North Carolina. It's a Friday morning. It's a beautiful morning. I'm down here behind the church, and this area is really quiet. It's down in a valley right behind the church, and it's surrounded by beautiful tall trees and bright sunshine this morning. So my memories of this place go back when I was a kid. I remember when this outdoor worship center was built in the mid-1960s during the time when Reverend Boyce Whiteman was the pastor here at Trinity. I know back then we had a very strong youth group. My oldest sister Regal was a part of that. I guess Pat perhaps was too, my middle sister. But I remember some of the things that happened here. There was a passion play that I'll never forget. They made the sound effects of the thunder when the veil of and the earthquake when the veil of the temple is torn open as Jesus has died. I remember the sound effect was a sheet of tin being moved back in lightning, but for a 10 or 11-year-old boy, it was pretty dramatic and made an impression. A couple of folks, I remember Blair Yunt, Gary Sane, Barbara Johnson, Barbie, and Bruce Yunt, and their parents, Charles and Liv, who were the youth advisors here. Everything's been upgraded. The benches are all new, but the concrete slab here and the foundation and the altar, I'm sure those are original. And again, that's been almost, it's about a little over 55 years ago when this was built. Anyway, today, this coming Sunday, at least, is the 15th Sunday after Pentecost, Lectionary Year A. And our gospel reading this morning continues from where it left off last week. It's the 18th chapter of Matthew, beginning verse 21 through 36. Last week's focus was about how we get along with each other and what to do when there is a problem within the community of the church. Whenever I am involved in doing something, if it's a game or even if it's something, a project that I'm working on, I like to do it well. If it's a game, I like to win. And winning, when I look at the very root of what winning is about, it's about what it does to my ego, to that self within me that wants to be affirmed and that sometimes, or most of the time actually, wants to be right. The way you figure out if you win or lose is by keeping score. And so therefore I think scorekeeping has a whole lot to do with winning. So Jesus has been talking about how we get along with each other, and so Peter brings up the notion, well, with regard to forgiveness, how much shall we forgive? 7 times? Thinking that that's enough, at least in terms of scorekeeping, that's plenty enough. We're to forgive 7 times 70. In other words, perfection squared. Forgiveness has no limitations. In the context of forgiveness, there is no scorekeeping. And so there is a parable that follows the story, this exchange with Peter and Jesus, that outlines how someone who had been forgiven greatly was unwilling to forgive another. So if keeping score with regard to forgiveness doesn't matter, then what does matter? We forgive others because of their need to be forgiven, but we forgive others because of our need to forgive them. And because He has no memory of all those things that we've done and left undone. Yes, we are forgiven.